What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, based on the title and thumbnail, we're gonna be talking about one of the major and most important portions of before you pick up your new G80 M3 or your new vehicle in general. So one of the most important aspects right before you pick up your new car, in my case, my G80 M3, I'm hoping next month, today is May 29th, is the portion of how you purchase in the vehicle. So there's many different options, right? One option is you could lease the vehicle, and you can also finance the vehicle. Me personally, in my personal opinion, I was never a big proponent of leasing a vehicle. Obviously, there's more benefits if you want to do it as a business write-off and all that stuff. And if you want to keep the car not long-term, there's a lot of benefits to that. I'm hoping I love the G80 M3 and I want to keep it long-term. So I was always a big fan of financing. So especially if you're able to get a really good rate. So one of the major things I want to talk about in this video is definitely the rates and how you can look at certain things that's actually available for you to be able to find the proper rate. So before we continue the rest of the video, I want to thank our sponsors for this video. As you know, my channel is small and these sponsorships do help my channel out, whether it's picking up new equipment. For example, I just picked up the Sennheiser G4 wireless mic, as you can hear right now. And hopefully the quality of the audio sounds a little bit better. It sounds a little bit better every single time. I want to give you guys the best. But in this video, it's gonna be sponsored by Simply Carbon Fiber. And right here is one of the products they sent me over. It's a high quality carbon fiber phone case and it fits very snug. What I like about it is that the carbon fiber weave, it really matches the carbon fiber weave in my F80 M3. I will compare this later on when I get the G80 M3, see if that matches. And that's a hint for you right there that I have the carbon package in the interior. So I want to thank them for sponsoring this video. If you want to pick up anything off their website, they're actually having a sale right now for Father's Day. You could use this discount code, and also they have additional sales going on too. So definitely check out their website. You could pick something up for yourself or your father for this holiday season. So I want to thank them again. And now let's jump back into the video. And just right off the bat, this is not financial advice. This is more to open your horizons, because if you're in this situation and you know the 8 months wait you guys waited, or how long you ever waited, you just want to get the car. But save yourself some money and some headaches and really listen to what you can do for yourself, really. So currently right now, BMW is offering a 3.49% interest rate. Dealerships do have the right to mark up their interest rates on top of that. So for example, some dealerships may mark up a half a point, maybe a full point. And then again, if you have really good credit, why should you be paying that high interest rate? Me personally, my credit score is about 840, just almost perfect. So when I see that option, obviously we live in a really unique period of time where interest rates have increased. I know back in December and January, roughly this past year, they actually had a 0.9 interest rate, which was insane. This is something that I know a lot of people utilize from what I saw on the forums. And also, I think my buddy Mahir was able to get the 0.9 interest rate and locked in, and he's financing that for dirt cheap, especially right now with the inflation rate. Inflation rate, people are saying it's 8+%. And as we continue to go, we'll see that change. But we're really not gonna get too much into that portion of it, but we're gonna talk about how you can save yourself in the long term when you're financing your vehicle, extra hard cash. So do yourself a favor, do some research and figure out what other products out there can get you a better rate. One of the major things is shop around, talk to other banks, use Google, and that's what I did. And we'll get into that in a little bit. If you have a relationship with a bank and they have a good interest rate and you're able to build that relationship and negotiate, yeah, jump into that route. I know a lot of people in the forums have recommended PenFed, and PenFed, I'm gonna pull it up right now. So a lot of people in the forums, like a whole forums page was talking about financing, what other options are there. PenFed is a credit union that a lot of people have mentioned on the forums, and they had a good interest rate. So as of right now, the interest rates have gone up. They're looking at 3.49 for 72 months. And obviously, if you go to a lower percentage of months, like 60 months, you'll have a lower interest rate. But here's where I found something better than PenFed. And if you guys live in Florida, this may pique your interest because this may save you money. And we all know that credit unions, they always have a better interest rate compared to the big banks, compared to other financial institutions. I don't really know why, but if you guys know why, let me know in the comments, because I'm sure like other people want to know why that is, and I want to know too, so let me know. But what I realized is that when I typed it on Google, in my general area, look for auto loans, a credit union popped up. Suncoast Credit Union. I'm nowhere affiliated with them. I never banked with them before. It's a credit union for Florida, and I think some of the stipulations is you have to be a Florida resident, and you have to live in certain counties. I fall in between both of them, so I suffice that requirement, and I was able to call them up and actually speak to them on the phone and really kind of understand what the process was. And there's no gimmicks or anything like that. And what the crazy part is, I'm able to finance my car for up to 72 months, which is 6 years, for 2.5 locked in interest rate. And there's no payoff penalty. So if I want to pay off the vehicle early, I'm not going to get dinged for a payoff, I guess fine, so to say. I'm able to have the loan for 6 years, pay it off whenever I want during that 6-year portion, right, and have the monthly payments. And it was locked in at 2.5. Again, this is 2022 in the end of May, and we know interest rates have gone up a lot. For 72 months and a locked in rate like that is pretty insane to think about, because it's really not a lot of places out there are offering that, unless I know there was like a Navy Federal that was offering a good interest rate. But do yourself a favor, look into other credit unions in your local area, whether you live in Michigan, California, probably not in California, everything's so expensive there, or anywhere you live. And then maybe look for a national credit union or something else that can get you a better rate. And maybe you could take that interest rate and kind of show the dealership that you're working with and see if they could match it. Most likely right now, with everything going on, they're not gonna be able to match it. Look, my salesperson, I was able to show him the interest rate and ask him if the dealership could match it, because again, the less moving parts it is before you pick up your car, the less headaches you have. But because I want to just finance with BMW, because you're able to just do all the paperwork there. You don't have to apply, then have the check sent over. It's just another step. But if it's going to save you money in the long term, if they don't want to play ball with you, then go the other route, which is what I'm doing. Because I showed the interest rate to Marcus, which is my salesperson for my G80 M3. And again, he's been amazing throughout the process. And I'm able to show him, this is my interest rate, can you guys match it? And to be honest, it was so insane of an interest rate. They're like, wow, man, we're not gonna even be close to that. So might as well go with them. So right now, I know PenFed, which I mentioned earlier, they lock in your rate for 30 days. With Suncoast Credit Union, I'm able to lock in my rate for 60 days, and that reserves that rate. If I need to extend it, God forbid I don't get the car for more than 60 days, I could always extend it for a couple more weeks up to another month. But every situation is very different. That's what they told me. Anything past that, I would have to go through the whole applying process. They run your credit again, which you don't want to keep doing, because every time they run your credit, it's a hard pull, and eventually it takes a toll on your credit score. Nothing too bad, but it drops a couple points. Eventually it'll go back up. But again, this is not financial advice. This is what I've done. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to be financing with Suncoast Credit Union to get that locked in interest rate of 2.5%, because in the long run, that's way better than the 4.5% or whatever 4% interest rate that they're offering me from BMW. And I did the math, depending on how much you take out for a loan, that could be a couple grand in your pocket. And as of right now, borrowing money at 2.5% is cheap compared to what the inflation rate is, because money in the bank, you're losing money in the bank. That's the saying right now. Again, if you guys have any tips or tricks, let us know in the comments, because people do read the comment section and they kind of go off on what other possibilities and what other horizons they could reach by reading some of these comments. And again, for me, I'm always learning, and it's always allowing me to help other people out. Again, this is a community I'm building with you guys, and hopefully you guys can learn from this and also benefit in the long run. Again, I'm really happy with the interest rate I got. I feel like I stole money, and it feels really good. So I'm really excited to finally, ship my car. I still have my car to this day. I think this week coming up, the Olympian Highway should be in Brunswick, Georgia, which is where my car is getting off at. After there, it goes into the VPC Center, Vehicle Processing Center, goes through that process, and then I should be able to get a ideal date of when I'm taking delivery of the vehicle. Again, this is a very long process. If you guys are in the same situation, be strong and just enjoy the process, because you know what, once you get it, you're gonna look back on it and like, yeah, I'm glad I went through it. It sucked, but it's part of the growing process of life, I guess, because you know we're in a interesting time. Again, all it takes is for you to just do a little bit of research, and if you're watching this video, you've done the research and you've done a step of the research. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just me hopefully opening up more horizons for you guys during this process of purchasing a new vehicle or purchasing your new brand new G80 M3, M4. Again, I want to thank everybody that's been supporting this journey. It's been a long process. And again, I'm very excited. I'm excited to show you guys the vehicle, show you guys the color, show you guys everything about the car. And if you guys have joined me throughout this process, or if you missed anything during the process, click on the G8X playlist, and there's a lot of things that from the time I've announced it, everything from ordering it, the steps, has it gone through the ordering process, is all there for you guys to either watch, learn, and also see the struggles too. But again, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you on the next one.